All right. Hello, everybody. We have a special guest today, and we're hoping that you enjoy all and above that we have to bring. This is definitely going to benefit your company as bookkeepers and to your do a service to your clients, your trucking clients. Here, that face you see is Mr. Jordan, and I'll let him introduce himself, and then after that, we will start with some questions.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm glad that we had the time available with everything crazy going on. As she mentioned, my name is Jordan. I work with RTS Financial, a factoring company that also provides different services for trucking companies, along with fuel discounts, brokerages, and those along those lines as well.
Well, thank you, Jordan, for coming on. I know you guys are super busy with, I mean, all around a year, I can imagine. And so just for you taking the time for us, we really appreciate that. We've had so many questions about factoring. And again, like I said earlier, we're wanting to provide the services to the bookkeepers so they can offer these services and add additional income to their business. A lot of the businesses we have a part of, well, it's actually a mixture of newcomers, people who are just starting out, people who've been in the game for a while, people who, just lost their jobs and just trying to earn extra income. And so they found their way here, and we're happy that they're here. In fact, let's just give a shout out to the newcomers. If you've joined a group in the last week or last couple of weeks, we appreciate you being here, and we hope that we can be a resource for you. Again, today, if you're just joining, we have with us Jordan. He's with RTS, and he is here to show you how to add additional income to your business by the way of fuel cards and factoring services. And so we're going to get into the nitty gritty. And also, we have Olivia, who's always standing by somewhere.
Hi.
Olivia, can you say hi? Olivia.
Sorry, my mic is trying to mute itself. Hey, everybody.
Okay, Jordan. So, can you just explain to us, uh, first and foremost, what is factoring? And then, if you can hop over to the difference between non-recourse and recourse.
Of course, and I'll try to be as forward as possible with both. Factoring, the way that factoring ultimately works is it's ultimately a quick pay system that takes care of both the back office and collection work for a lot of your carriers. So when they get an invoice, most of the time they're waiting 30, 40 days to get paid. Instead of having to wait 30, 40 days to get paid, they will send that invoice to RTS. We will then contact the broker, send it to them. But on top of that, we're going to take the initial time and pay them within 24 hours. So that way their cash flow is consistent, always running. As you know, these guys need their money for fuel, insurance, whatever it is, typically pretty quick. So that allows them to not have to worry about calling the broker 30, 40 days down the road and worry about when they're going to get paid. And then on top of that, the factoring, we just take a small fee right off the top. And then they get a full advance going forward for the additional. And with that, there's not typically any additional fees. It's right around 3% starting out for your 1 to 5 truck companies, and it's a 97% that they will then receive within 24 hours.
I think that's awesome. I really do, because we have a lot of guys and gals that come on, and they're new to the business. They haven't counted up all of the costs, and so they are needing to be funded right away. And honestly, I've heard nothing but good things about you, Jordan. We've heard nothing but great things about you guys. I mean, because it's beyond just the factory, right? It's the customer service too, customer service skills, just being readily available. And I know you've done that for us. I mean, there's not one email that we've not sent and we've not heard back from you. There's not one question that you haven't been able to answer for us. And so we really appreciate your customer service skills above all.
Of course, and to be honest, that's kind of what RTS is known for in the industry is our customer service. Obviously, being a key player in providing a lot of services for these truck drivers, like I mentioned earlier, we provide the fuel discount, fuel cards. We provide our brokerage load board that they get access to for free, and then on top of that, unlimited credit checks to making sure they're working with good brokers. Because the last thing you want to do is get into a situation where you're working with bad customers that aren't going to be paying their bills on time.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Okay, so now I think I cut you off earlier. You were headed to the recourse and non-recourse.
Yeah, so there's typically two plans out there that a lot of companies will try to sell their customers when it comes to factoring, both recourse and non-recourse. And depending on who you talk to, that term is pretty loosely used in the industry as far as what they cover and what it actually is. And how a lot of people will sell it is they're never going to charge anything back. And to be honest, that's probably likely the case because they're going to be working, as I mentioned, with brokers that are good credit rating, not having issues making payments. But ultimately, what it comes down to with recourse and non-recourse terms are it's mainly bankruptcy protection. So it's saying if one of these brokers, if one of these brokers go bankrupt that are approved in our system, then they're going to cover the cost of that invoice if you're on a non-recourse plan. And the likelihood of a broker that is approved, because a lot of these companies, they're pulling financial statements, payment history, so they know when a company's in a financially good state as far as a brokerage goes, and they're not likely going to be approved if they're heading in the wrong direction. And at that point, that invoice isn't going to be covered. So there's not a whole lot of difference between the two programs. A lot of companies will tend to charge a higher rate for that non-recourse because they do take on a little bit extra of a risk when it comes to that. But they also know that they can throw that non-recourse language out there at a higher rate and just say that we're never going to charge anything back to get that higher rate from your customers, where we try to be upfront and honest about what it's going to cover. And it's like I mentioned, that bankruptcy protection, and then we're allowed to get our customers a lot better rate for ultimately the same service they're going to get either way.
Wow. Well, I'm glad that you guys break it down like that. Definitely for these, newcomers that come on board and really try to understand, the big difference between non-recourse and recourse. Because at the end of the day, I mean, you would just hate, right, for anything to go bankrupt anyway. In general, bankruptcy is just not a thing. So yeah, I'm sure they appreciate that type of protection that you guys offer.
I just wanted to chime in really quickly for anyone who is curious. One of the things that we loved about RTS, and because we've worked with a few other factoring companies before meeting you, and one of the things that we ran into so often was, these truck drivers are out on the road. They don't have all day to respond to emails. They don't, there's just so many hoops they have to jump through to submit the paperwork for some of these companies.
Yeah.
And the tech with RTS is like amazing. I mean, both from our side, with the landing page and all of the ways to get in contact with you. And then on the the driver side as well, it's been super easy. We've heard nothing but good things about how easy it is to get their paperwork turned in. So
that is so true. So again, if you guys are just jumping on, we're here with Jordan, and we're discussing. Jordan works for RTS, and we're discussing factoring services that you can provide to your clients as bookkeepers. So if you're onboarding a client this week, last month, and they are looking to be paid within a day or two, and they have no way of, they have no desire of waiting the 30-day for payment, reach out to Jordan. He's here and available. And again, like we said before, this is a way that you can actually earn additional income in your business. Okay, so if you're looking to add a multiple stream business, you want to start this multiple stream business and offering factoring services to your drivers that you're bookkeeping for, is this is the way. And this is what we're bringing to you guys. So I hope you guys jump on board and try to tackle this as best. So if someone is they're wanting to do this today, like they're like, I've heard enough, this is, I love it, I want to make extra income, I want to be a service to my bookkeeping clients, or I signed on a company today, I just set up their MC today, I just set up their DOT, whatever their situation is. How do they get in contact with you, Jordan? I know we're going to also, put our landing page out there. You guys definitely can sign up through us, and that'll reach Jordan directly, and you'll see that in the link below. For Jordan, if they say, you know what, I just want to contact Jordan, how do they get in contact with you?
Yeah, so as you kind of mentioned, that landing page, great. That information will come directly to me. And then if there are other companies that are wanting to get set up, like on the referral program, we can set up landing pages for them as well. Obviously, the best way to contact me anytime via email, phone. Obviously, phone kind of hit and miss, but I'll always reply to emails as quickly as I can within the same day. Best email address for me is going to be jjobs@rtsfinancial.com. And that's JJO, B as in boy, E as in Edward, S as in Sam, @rtsfinancial.com. And then if they do prefer a phone call, my direct phone line is going to be 469-778-6205. And they can reach me anytime during the business week, 8 to 5. Obviously, emails, even after hours, I'm always available by email. And if they do leave a voicemail, I'll always contact them back in a timely manner as well.
Well, thank you, Jordan. Again, I can't express enough gratitude to you. We are seriously grateful to you. I mean, we've been with Jordan for some time now, and we've had great success. We've had that additional revenue stream come in. I think when we got our first commission check, we were just so excited. We were truly excited about it, and we want that for you. We want you to have that same type of excitement, to know that, this is additional revenue that you've brought into your business. And at the same time, we were excited that we could service our client as well. And so everybody's happy. Nobody's complaining about this. Everybody's happy about this.
Yeah, and to that point, Jordan, would you mind just explaining really quickly? So we've told everyone, like, this is a way that you can add, an additional stream of revenue for your business. But could you explain how that works exactly for the bookkeeper?
Yeah, of course. And so with the referral program that we have it for both our fuel and factoring services. On the fuel side, it's going to be as soon as they get signed up on the fuel card and you start using it, you get a one-time payout of $100, and then after the first 5, it'll bump up to $200 going forward. And that's just they'll send that out every month of however many people get set up that month. And with the factoring, it's a little bit different. With what we do on the factoring is for every client that you sign up with RTS, we will pay a monthly commission of 10% of RTS total profit, which is paid out on the 15th of every month. And the way it'll work is, as long as that client stays with us, you'll continue to receive that 10% commission for the life of the deal, as long as they're with us.
Yep. And we have found that to be like, there's no hidden language here. There's no, there's no catches. Like, it is exactly that easy. So, all right, I think that's all the questions I had.
Same. Thank you, Jordan.
Yes.
Yeah, no problem at all. I appreciate you guys having me.
All right. Well, if you are looking for ways to add additional revenue to your business and also just a wonderful resource for your clients, definitely get in touch with Jordan or get in touch with us and we can put you in touch with Jordan. And yeah, that's all we got.